Okay, good evening, fellow trainees. My name is Jimmy Leong. Not Thematic, but gain attention. This is the conclusion, the real conclusion. The real conclusion, still I have to make that conclusion. Now, I would like to sum up what thematic interpretation is all about. All of you have got your way of guiding because most of us in the trade are at least 7 years of guiding. And during this course, it's a challenge actually to change our attitude from normal guiding to cultural heritage guiding. So that's an attitude. Now, if we look at the psychological of interpretation, we have to change attitude. Then it's transforming behavior, from behavior to the conduct. And that's important because the conduct is where people can see what we're talking about, what we're interpreting all about. So, my previous teachers has taught you the different manner of how heritage interpretation goes about. However, I would like to draw your attention again that this special skill of cultural heritage interpretation need to achieve 3 objectives. First, it must create an experience. Alright? Tourists travel around the world for one simple reason, an experience. So that experience must be a memorable one. That experience is not only about joy, but certainly an understanding of the site, the cultural heritage site that the guides took the visitors to. And of course, it must be with enjoyment, because they're not here to have a history lesson with you, but to bring back the enjoyment where they understand the whole cultural site. So basically, this module is a challenge because it's about changing the style of guiding. Alright, and I know it's not easy to change because you need, as I mentioned, to change attitude. Because basically, most of us were guiding in a factual way. Alright, and now we are going to convert it into the interpretative way, whereby it is not about what information that you're going to present, but how it is to be presented. And of course, the interpretive style review a story or a deeper message that factual style representing the side or fabricated into the storyline. The aim of the interpretation of the skill that we're going to learn in this module, we have to achieve at least 6 very important destinations of what we want to do. Alright? First of all, we have to facilitate understanding and appreciation of the site that we brought the tourists to. We have to communicate the meaning. Alright? The meaning why we are there. Bring out the values. Alright? What values we are talking about? Yeah. The outstanding universal value, because we have to embed some of the terminologies that we have used as a cultural guide in our commentary. And of course, when we tell a story, we are not telling stories that we have made up. We have to respect the authenticity of it, subtaining the development of where we are bringing the tourists to, like the adaptation, alright, the reconstruction, and also the restoration or whatever that has been underway in that area, ensuring inclusiveness of the visitors, the site, and the guide. And of course, these are all done in this module by developing technical and professional skill. So, interpretation in cultural heritage guiding, from this lesson that we learned, is the form of like a theater, acting and drama techniques that are used to provide wits and entertainment and draw the visitor's attention. Okay? Responsive visitors bring out of the best of the tourist guide And this is what makes a cultural heritage guide special. Alright? And of course, very important, we need to stimulate the five senses. Right? Feeling the cool marble of the building, smelling the market of an item that is sold there, hear the cries of the street vendors, taste the food, see or look closer with observation. Alright, so interpretation is an attitude. We have to change an attitude first before we move further. And of course, changing means, changing style of interpretation challenges our complacency in us before we move further. Okay? So, on the lesson learned is that, of course, we need to provide, when we're teaching, we also need to provide our trainee with time for them to seek clarification, providing a summary of what we have taught, and at the same time, ensuring the assignment sheet are being done within its completion time. Alright, and then I say thank you very much, and this is the real conclusion. Thank you.